This is Benjamin Banneker Academic High School here in Washington, D.C. And this is Sudiksha.
Hi.
A graduate of SAIC with a master's in architecture. What are you doing now?
I landed a job as an architectural designer with Smith Group in Chicago.
Good on you. So it's been a long time since I've been to school, but not so much for you.
Just a few months out.
Right, well, you're ideal to help me check this project out. And I understand this school is well on its way to achieving a net zero certification.
But it's got a higher purpose.
A higher purpose than that? What could that possibly be?
Well, let's go find out.
Okay. Principal Berger.
Hi, Mike, how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having us here. Now, you must really like your school.
Well, let me correct you. I love my school. My students love the school.
Yeah.
So I love everything about it. It's beautiful, it's bright, it's inviting. It's a great place to learn. It's a college atmosphere.
You're right, I'm feeling college.
Yeah.
Not so much high school.
And this is high school, but applying to college is their goal. When I spoke with the architects and kind of worked with them, I wanted them to give a college feel, a college atmosphere.
And so how does the architecture of this space help you realize this vision?
It kind of embraces that college-going culture, and it gives them that same feel, and it helps promote their goals.
Tell me about Benjamin Banneker.
Well, Benjamin Banneker actually is responsible for Washington, D.C. L'Enfant, who was the designer, kind of lost the plans, and Benjamin Banneker memorized those plans, and he was dependent on to recreate them. An astronomer, a mathematician, a person with great integrity. And so we wanted to kind of have little Benjamin Bannekers all over this place, right? So Sue, I wanted to show you this alumni wall.
Wow.
Here you can see, the closer you get to it, there's thousands of students here. These are graduates from the first graduating class in 1983. So this is something I work with the architects about. I wanted them to highlight somewhere the alumni, because actually many of them are responsible for us having this building. And so they went to advocate for this building 200 deep, like little men and women. And they finally got that swing vote from City Council.
There must be so many memories here.
Absolutely, the memories are so deep. I taught many of them, and then I have 7 of them working here.
So Omar, tell me, there's something different about this rooftop.
Yes, when people mention rooftop access and students in the same sentence, they tend to run for the door, but not so in the school. In the school, this is a place of restoration for the students. But also you can survey the skyline of the district, and in particular, a view of the Washington Monument. We wanted to create that connection between Benjamin Banneker, the man, the school, and the district that he helped delineate in the early days.
And these panels, they're part of the net zero strategy?
Yes, these panels in here are supplying energy for the school, and they're a small part of the total on-site power generation strategy for the school.
And I have to say, you seem very proud of your work.
We are very humbled to be the architects of such a great place to learn. For many, education is the silver bullet, and sometimes the silver bullet out of poverty.
Omar, I've noticed during class changeovers, it doesn't sound like 800 students in here. What's your trick?
Well, no tricks, Mike. Really, there's only 2 architectural interventions. The first one has to do with the ceiling. You'll notice these acoustical baffles in the ceiling that have this wavy pattern. The second one has to do with these wood paneling that we see here. It's a poplar species wood. It was supplied to us by Rulon. And it has an acoustical treatment behind that's helping attenuate the sound transmission in the space.
And then there's the light. It's amazing.
Yeah, the light is phenomenal, and studies have shown that adequate access to daylight is incredibly important for learning spaces. So in here, we made sure that we had the skylights, which you'll notice are all pointing in the northerly direction, as we found that that was the most optimum orientation to get diffused daylight into the space. And these polycarbonate panels, which were supplied to us by Kingspan, are helping us achieve that. And if we look at the skylights over these spaces.
Oh yeah,
here,
these kind of boxes.
Yes, you'll notice the glass over them. That glass is there because it's helping transmit some of this daylight into the learning spaces below. That way we're making sure that all of the learning spaces in the school have adequate access to daylight. Mike, I wanted to bring you to this corner of the building. This is my favorite corner in the entire place.
Yeah, it is striking.
Yeah, this is part of the civic scale of the building, as we like to say.
Yeah, it is sitting in a neighborhood here that is perhaps a different scale.
Yes, absolutely. And for that reason, we chose this particular palette of colors and materials to help the building fit in its context.
What is the red material?
These are ultra high performance concrete panels made by Tactile, who come in a variety of reds. And we in fact created our own version of the reds because we wanted to have a better fit with the community.
Okay, so it's not just me. There are different shades and different textures going on.
Yes, absolutely, Mike. If you look carefully, they go from darker at the bottom to lighter at the top.
Why is that?
Well, we wanted people to look up at the building and perhaps become a little more aware of the built environment.
And then I guess the sort of dark, solid base is really helping that.
Absolutely. That was supplied to us by Potomac Valley Brick. This is an Endicott artisan brick, and we chose it because it has a very deep texture and organic quality.
Now the windows along the front, I read somewhere that they're super strong.
Yes, Innovo helped us design that glass and is a glass that offers, of course, visibility on anybody coming and going into the school, but also is intrusion resistant. Mike, I want to show you this feature of the building. These here are solar panels that are helping produce some of the on-site power for the building, but also they shade the windows, so they're having double duty. They're not only producing energy, but also shading the glass.
Clever. And I love these vertical statements as well.
Yes. Innovo helped us install those as well. These are louvers, perforated metal panels that are also shading the glass that in this case happens to be facing east. So we want the daylight, but we don't want any of the excessive glare. Now
I bet this piece of art has a story.
Yes, every school we design in the district is accompanied with a bit of public art. And in this case, we charged the local artist to produce this piece in the likeness of Banneker and some of his achievements. What we're seeing here is a series of perforated metal panels with holes that are of various sizes to produce the image that we see in front of us. But it also is shading the glass behind it. So the art here also has a function.
So, did we all achieve what we wanted here?
Absolutely. They listened to me. I wasn't just the crazy principal. But not only did they listen to me, but they also listened to the students and to the staff and those who are really going to use the space.
We like to think that we do our best work when we work in schools that have visionary educators, and to have access to those educators and to the students as well is of tremendous importance to us. So,
not just admin, here's your budget.
Exactly right. And so, to be able to have access to the student voice and hear their opinions and their aspirations, it was critical for us to understand the culture of this place.
Yeah, it's like a perfect marriage. You know?
I'm so happy for you.
We are too.
I love how Omar says that this has been a humbling experience and how this positively impacts so many students' lives.
And adding to that, Principal Berger, this is a harmony of architecture, the students, and learning.
And I think that's the higher purpose of this building.